personal. Personal knowledge, he gets the knowledge of afflicting himself, making the person more mature. Then he becomes a mature person, he becomes a wise person, and then the wisdom comes out of him, he is able to transform him. Now he is getting transformed. Transformed person is a different person. Now you can see from his behavior, oh, he's a different person than us. He's a transformed person. Behavior-wise, talking-wise, action-wise, activity-wise, all his habits, you find a totally different person than us. This person is a transformed person. And if every individual start thinking like this, and they all become transformed people, a group of transformed persons, they are all matured, they are all wise, they have a lot of wisdom, now they know how to transform the institution. And the question, now he is a wise person, so everything comes in his mind and a question comes, why should I transform an institution? What is the need of it? Now if you see the transformation, normal word we take change as a transformation. But we don't use word change here, because change can be used for negative and positive, both types of changes. The change could be positive, change could be negative also. Transformation is always positive. Transformation is never negative. It's always positive. So you take the institution to a greater height, normally we call it a transformation. Now the perception of the institution has changed. The objective and aim of the institution has changed. Now it is a transformed institution. Now this institution is behaving in a different way than other routine institutions. And now people are able to identify this is a transformed institution, it is a different institution. When we go there, we get a different kind of knowledge. When we go there, we are able to learn the ways of making myself disciplined person. This is an institution which provides me knowledge. The institution also provides me wisdom. The institute doesn't only give knowledge, also makes me a wise person. The institute also makes me a matured person. And now I have built my own personality. So as a student, I would like to prefer an institution which is a transformed institution. Because then only I will be able to transform myself. The faculty is already transformed. The students are coming to the institution for their own transformation. So a big process of transformation is taking place. And that transformation changes the whole society. It changes the state, it changes the country, and ultimately it changes the world. The perception of every individual is different now. So there is no fight, no anger, no problems. Everybody is happy. Mind is peaceful, mind is mature, able to analyze every situation, takes decision after total analysis. So no decisions are immature, no activity is immature. The person acts with total maturity. This is what the process is. So you must gain knowledge, and knowledge gives you wisdom. If that knowledge is proper, every knowledge doesn't make person wise. Which way we take the knowledge? So knowledge of transforming myself is very much required. How to transform myself? That knowledge makes me wise. And knowledge is power. You are recognized by knowledge. Normally I give an example. We are working in forensics, so dealing with all kinds of crimes and all this. For example, I am working in a department which is dealing with handwriting. So how to identify the signature of someone, how to identify the genuineness of a document, etc. There was a big explosion in Ahmedabad. So naturally your neighbor knows that you are working in this department which is investigating this kind of crime. So next day it comes in the paper. And he has an inquisitiveness, but he knows my neighbor is working in this field, in this department. He is rushing to your house and asking, what happened yesterday? What kind of explosive it is? You know how much was the damage, how much could be the quantity of explosive used. But I am a person working in handwriting. So I said, it's not my area. This is done by an explosive department within our institute. It's not done by me. This fellow will go with a lot of bad impression about this. Oh, this fellow is useless. My neighbor is totally useless. He doesn't know this. Because he came to you with a lot of expectations and your knowledge is zero. And now imagine the other scenario. He comes to you and you have a knowledge, you are able to explain him. It was RDX. This is a CRPF. There were 4 buses which were going. So many Jawans were traveling. This fellow went with a car. The car had about 300 kilograms of RDX. And then he himself was a suicide bomber. So he struck with a bus. And then RDX is such an very sensitive explosive. And you need a booster. So booster explodes and then the whole explosive RDX load explodes, which killed so many people. And so much of damage cannot take place without so much of quantity. So it was an RDX, it was kept in a decade, something like this. I am not telling. If you explain this to your neighbor, oh, he develops so much of respect for you. Oh, this is a very knowledgeable person. So knowledge is respected, not an individual. If you are a knowledgeable person, people will start respecting you automatically, spontaneously. You don't need to make any effort. Knowledge will reflect everything. And if you are not knowledgeable, though whatever rich or big person you may be, you will not be recognized as a society in a positive manner. That is knowledge. So I always say, knowledge is power. So try to gain as much knowledge as you can. Not only the knowledge of your own field, expand it. Knowledge has no boundaries. You must learn each and every aspect which is useful in building your personality, in making you a good, wise person. Whatever knowledge is required, gain it. Your goal should be, you want to be a wise person, you want to be a good person, you want to be a mature person, and after transformation, the last step, knowledge, wisdom, transformation. If that takes place, what is the last thing? Fulfillment, which every individual wants. I want to be a fulfilled person. Now there is no need, there is no requirement, nothing. I am a fulfilled person. So that is the last stage. So let us see that we transform everything so that ultimately we experience fulfillment in our life. Then there is no demand, no requirement. So this is how I am once again thankful to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. It's already 2:15, and thank you very much for patient listening.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring thoughts. May I now request Honorable President and Patron-in-Chief Sri Ganpat Dada to address the gathering on Vidya Shilpi Divas. Please, sir.
Good afternoon. Before I talk about Vidya Shilpi Day and the second president's inauguration and all that, let me congratulate all the women here. It's a Women's Day, and happy Women's Day to all of you. My friend Ganpat, he gave me a big dose of what is the life is all about and transformation and all of that. So God, when He started creating this earth, the first thing He did was He created a man. और પછી ભગવાનને ખબર પડી કે આ બધા માણસો મેં પુરુષો ભેગા કર્યા પણ બધા કોઈ ગોઠતા નથી મને એટલે એને woman બનાવી. So whether you are a Vidya Shilpi or you are a president, everybody needs a woman for a fulfillment and transformation. He also said one another nice thing. He said, he talked about mind and intellect. So mind is a man and intellect is a woman. Intellect, find better listen the intellect to be happy and to be fulfilled. Do I get it? Do I get it, Jayanbhai? And I have no more desire for lakotis. That also makes me happy. Anyway, so much about Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. So today's keynote speaker, my dear friend, and my alumni brother, Dr. Vyas. Thank you for accepting the invitation today. It is a Vidya Shilpi day for my dear friend Sri Anil Bhai. For the benefit of the audience, why did I say my alumni brother? Because Jayant Bhai, myself, and Sudhir Thakur that you just saw here, we all three went to the same high school. Swami Vivekananda High School in Junagadh. Actually, Sudhir and I were the classmates. Jayant Bhai was about 3 years behind us. This is the reason why he's so smart. With these two friends, I have a good memories of my high school days. It was a very nice high school. It was below the Gandhinagar, and I could sit in my class and I could see on the rainy days, I could see water flows from Wellington Dam, that is. Remember that? We could see from our class, our windows. And I was always used to look at the Dodh, and my teacher, one of the Munshi Sahib, he used to take me and put it in the front row. And that's why I ended up learning a little bit of English and math and all of that. The rest is all in the nature. I don't know whether you realize or not, but Dr. Vyas, Jain Bhai, he's a highly intellect person. You probably know by now. And Modi has done a good job finding him and starting a one-of-a-kind university that no place else in the world has one. That is a forensic science university. A couple months ago, I went to see Narendra Bhai for some other reasons, but at that time, he listened to me, and then at the end of the conversation, he said, I want you to go and visit the forensic university and give me some feedback. So I went to see it, and that's where I met Jayant Bhai the first time. And then I was talking to him, and in the conversation came about where he went to high school and all that, and he said Junagadh, and then I quizzed him. Who was your English teacher? Who was your math teacher? Who was your physics teacher? And he was right on all of them, and he did not remember some of them, but I remember. So I said, now I believe you. That you did go to high school in Junagadh. And we got connected, and we are a good friend today. So I want to welcome all of the Dr. Sharma, who is working very hard, Amit Bhai, all the trustee, DOJ member, Sharda Ben and the family, everybody. It's a good day to be celebrating Vidya Shilpi Day, my dear friend's birthday, but also something that was so close to his heart, Vidya. And why we call him a Vidya Shilpi? Because he carved out this whole university over the years. And that's what made him a Shilpi. So whoever decided to call him a Shilpi was the most appropriate thing to do. Thank you, Dr. Sharma. I think it was your idea. So that makes today a historical day. And I was inaugurated exactly about a year ago to give a tribute, proper tribute to my friend. I took an oath and I said, we are going to transform this university. Because that's what he would want. To take this university to the next level, you have to transform. See, the changes happens in life. You have no control. If you don't change, God will change you. But when you are transforming, it is intentional. Because you want to do it. So you have a control. So if you have a control and you're going to do something, you're going to do it for the better. Changes could be good or bad. But transformation, just like what Jayanbhai said, is always for the good. So that's what the transformation is all about. This is why we need to transform the university. This is why we need to transform the country or whatever we want to do. I think it's pretty clear why we want a transformation. And Dr. Sharma said, and Jayanbhai also have clarified it very well. I want to thank you, both of you, for making my vision clear. And that's what the Anil Bhai's vision would be also. So we are all in sync. Dr. Sharma talked about progress that we have made and we are making. When I went to see Narendra Bhai Modi, Saurabh took several items to give him a gift. One of the items was Saraswatini Murti. So I gave him that. There was a couple of books. One was a really old book of the Niti Shastra by Chanakya, Kautilya Niti Shastra. Juni book, bilkul patta bada yellow thai gela ewa. तो ये लाएलो પછી પેલા સિક્યુરિટી વાળાએ લઈ જવા ના દીધી અંદર. મેં કીધું આ શું છે સૌરભ? કે દાદા કૌટલ્યનું નીતિશાસ્ત્ર છે. તો મેં કીધું કઈ વાંધો નહીં, આ ના લઈ જવા દીધી તો હું અમેરિકા લઈ જઈશ, વાંચીશ. આમે મોદીને તો કઈ નીતિશાસ્ત્રની જરૂર નથી, એ તો એનું પોતાનું નીતિશાસ્ત્ર ચલાવે છે. તો મારે કીધું વધારે જરૂર છે. So I've been reading Niti Shastra whenever I get time. And it talks about pragati. Niti Shastra is still the most modern way of managing, whether it's a university or your personal life. There's a lot of intellect in the Niti Shastra. You know what I'm talking about. So every now and then I open a few pages and look at it. And it talks about pragati, which is what we want to do, pragati. Everybody wants to do pragati. You can become millionaire by robbing. Is that a success? You can, some people say, yeah, because I became what I wanted to be. I am a millionaire. Or you can become millionaire by working hard, by having honesty, the integrity, the value system. So the Kautilya Shastra, the Niti Shastra says that and justifies means if the means has all these values attached to it, which is the honesty and integrity. And this is what Forensic University or Jain also talked about. That, and this is what we need to teach to the next generation, to the student. That your value system, your integrity should be the most important thing that you have. Science and math, we all teach. But this is what we want to transform. This is what today's education should be all about. So, Pragati in a real sense is what I'm talking about. I was watching one of the movie and there was one dialogue and the dialogue went like this: सपने देखना बुरी बात नहीं है, लेकिन सपनों को गलत तरीके से पूरे करना बहुत बुरी बात है. That's what we're talking about. It's how you live your life. In English we said, and doesn't justify the means, I just said that. I see Pragati everywhere on this campus, by the way. This year I was talking to this Ashwin Bhai. Is Ashwin Bhai here from agriculture? He is this one man that has been working very hard every day and night. I see him when couple years ago I was talking to Anil Bhai and we used to walk around and Anil Bhai said, Ganpat Bhai, આપણે આ બધા લીમડામાં ઉદય બહુ આવી ગઈ છે. તો મેં કીધું આપણે કંઈક કરવું જોઈએ. આ બધી વાતો કરતા હતા, અમે તો જતા રહ્યા. ઉદય તો બધી પછી મારા ભાગે આવી. એટલે મેં અશ્વિનભાઈને પ્રોજેક્ટ આપ્યો. મેં કીધું અશ્વિનભાઈ જુઓ, આ ઉદય અને ઘરમાં આપણે બવા થાય ને બવા, એ ક્યારે થાય? જ્યારે ઘરમાં કોઈ ના હોય ત્યારે બવા થવાનો શરૂ થઈ જાય. બવાવાળાને ખબર છે કે ઘરવાળા વેકેશન પર ગયા છે એટલે આપણું કામ શરૂ કરી દો. ઉદય પણ એવી રીતે તમે બધા એક્ટિવ ના હોય એટલે ઉદય એનું કામ શરૂ કરી દે. એટલે મેં કીધું આપણે તમે બધા લેઝી થઈ ગયા છો ને એ છોડી દો અને આના ઉપર આગા પાછા તમે થાવ આજુબાજુ કંઈક છાંટવાનું બધું કરો તો ઉદય જતી રહેશે. આજે કોઈ પણ લીમડા ઉપર ઉદય રહી નથી, જતી રહી અને બવા પણ નથી થતો કારણ કે આપણે બધા એક્ટિવ થઈ ગયા. આપણે વેકેશન ઉપર નથી એટલે બવા બધા જતા છે. અમે અહીંયા છીએ, હવે અમારા ઘરમાં બવા થશે અમેરિકામાં. બવા ક્યારે થાય? આપણે આગા પાછા થઈએ એટલે બવા શરૂ કરી દે, રાઈટ? એટલે આ સમજવા જેવી વાત છે કુદરત જોડેથી. બવાને ઉદય ક્યારે ચાલે? જ્યારે આપણે ઇનએક્ટિવ થઈએ એટલે એ લોકો એક્ટિવ થઈ જાય, એમનું કામ શરૂ કરી દે. એટલે અશ્વિનભાઈ, you have done a wonderful job in the last year and a half, and Anilbhai, we took care of your baba and Uday. So we used to talk about solving that problem. I think finally we solved that problem. In agricultural department, you have made us several. You got some awards and all the good things, and so continue with all that work, Ashwin Bhai. That is also a transformation. Um, Education is also transforming today. 100 years ago, we used to talk about knowledge and science industry. The new way of teaching is about creativity, innovation, and a constructive thinking. And this is what we need to teach to the student today. Science and all this other stuff, they can find on a Google. They can learn that. But if we teach them how to think out of the box, that is what is more important. How to innovate. We have to encourage them to think different. Because everybody else is thinking same. And early on, when I went to America at the age of 19, I was totally lost because they were eating differently, they were talking differently, they were thinking differently, they were studying differently. Even sitting on a toilet was different. So I said, look, if I don't learn quickly, I am not going to make it. But I have a hope because all these people are doing this thing every day, so I should be able to learn. So this is what today's world is all about. They are not busy learning the same old, same old. They are thinking different. So we have to think different also. Otherwise, we are not in the race. We are not in the game. Faculty is here. I want faculty to understand where the world is going. So the world has already fought 2 world wars. The 3rd World War should be about equality. Having, everybody talks about disparity. Too many, the few people have all the money and a lot of people are poor. The concentration of the wealth is, only few people are wealthy, and rest of the people don't have a food to eat. So the 3rd World War should be about bringing equality to the life, working with the environment, solving the health issues. So this is what we should be teaching to the student. This should be the 3rd World War, is fighting against those issues, those problems. And Student First is a good initiative that we have talked about. We are in the education business. Our customer is a student. We have to keep, students should be the happiest person on this campus. So we do, everything we do should be revolving around the students' requirements, not anybody else's requirement. What makes me happy is not that important. What makes students happy? What will bring better student here? So that's what we are all about. That's what this university is about. So at the end, I want to take this opportunity again to thank everybody for helping making this transformation. Dr. Sharma, all the professors, team, BOG member, the trustees, everybody has been supporting this transformation initiative, and if we continue doing that, I have no doubt that we could be one of the best institutions that we want to be, and that's what my friend would want to be. And so we must continue on this path. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts on Vidya Shilpi Divas. On behalf of Ganpat University, I would like to thank distinguished guests, Honorable President and Patron-in-Chief Sir, Honorable Director General Sir, invited guests, DOG members, trustees, deans, principals and heads, university officials, teaching and non-teaching staff, media representative and all other for their valuable presence. Special thanks to Dr. R.K. Patel Sir, Deputy Director Ganpat University, and Dr. Amit Patel, Registrar Ganpat University, for their constant guidance during the organization of Vidya Shilpi Divas. Towards the end of the Vidya Shilpi Divas, I would like to request you all to rise for the Ganpat University song.
गणपत विद्यानगर तणा हमें तेज पुंज अविनाशी आधन्य धराना संतानो हमें सरस्वती अनुरागी आधन्य धराना संतानो हमें सरस्वती अनुरागी गणपत विद्यानगर गणपत विद्यानगर नव चेतन हम पगले प्रगटे आळस जड़ता त्यागी युग युग अंधार हरती नान ज्योत रही जागी युग युग अंधार हरती नान ज्योत रही जागी गणपत विद्यानगर गणपत विद्यानगर प्राण तणा निर्मल प्रकाश थी धर धर उज्जवल करशु सत्य प्रेम करुणा छलकावी स्वर्ग भूमि पद धरशु सत्य प्रेम करुणा छलकावी स्वर्ग भूमि पद धरशु गणपत विद्यानगर गणपत विद्यानगर समाजनोत्कर्ष साधवा हमें विद्या ने आराधी रहे न कोई दीन अकिंचन क्रूर दुष्ट हतभागी रहे न कोई दीन अकिंचन क्रूर दुष्ट हतभागी गणपत विद्यानगर गणपत विद्यानगर यज्ञ दान तप कर्म हमारा शाश्वत रहे प्रकाशी धरा गुर्जरी मात भारती थाशे धन्य सुभागी धरा गुर्जरी मात भारती थाशे धन्य सुभागी गणपत विद्यानगर गणपत विद्यानगर विवेक विद्या पराक्रम थी अंबर आंबीलैषु सुजलाम सुफलाम धरती माना चरणे जीवन धरषु सुजलाम सुफलाम धरती माना चरणे जीवन धरषु गणपत विद्यानगर गणपत विद्यानगर
Thank you very much.